Whew. Rainy guitar day hang. I got coffee. It's morning. And I'm going to jam some. Open us up. Welcome to the people watching this afterwards. Hey, I like doing this. If you are watching this afterwards, write a comment. It helps me know if people, how many of you guys are actually watching this kind of afterwards. I know these videos are long. It's mostly for the people that want to come in live. But I like talking to some of y'all that are watching this afterwards. I'm going to tune this up and I'm going to play some while we wait for some people to get in here. It is going to be a guitar day for me, folks. I was up late last night playing. Check this out. I'll loop this thing. I was messing around on this thing. But I was doing it with some delay going. Let's see. I had a different rhythm going last night. What's up, y'all? Yo. Ha. What is up, you guys? All right, a little bit of jamming there off the bat at the beginning. All right, you guys, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm getting carried away already. We already got a bunch of comments from Bangladesh. What's up, dude? That is crazy. Hey, Tim, had a gig this weekend and need to adjust my tone a little for solos. Highs sounded too thin in my opinion. I tried cutting the highs, but still feels a little thin. Alex, how are you cutting the highs? You know, sometimes if I'm in the heat of the moment and it feels like it's too high-endish, man, I just back that tone knob back. You know, and don't be afraid to, it might be backing it off halfway, you know, but that's, if you're on the bridge pickup, you can get the bite, and then if it's too bright, you just back it off until it feels set, you know. At home, you could mesh more with like, okay, maybe I'm changing some EQs or changing how my pedals are set, but if you're in the heat of the moment and that's happening to me, my tone knob's just going down. You know, don't be afraid to be like, wow, my tone knob's halfway down. It's okay. If it sounds good, it sounds good, you know. Hey, congrats on the gig though, Alex. Hope it went well. Hey, Tim, what are some good resources for when you were learning to play guitar? Any specific channels on YouTube that were helpful? You know, Brett, there's so many more channels these days than when I was trying to learn. Here, let me lower this a little bit so you guys can see it better. There's so many more channels, man. So now I don't have a good specific resource, you know. I just, you know, I'd look up stuff you want to learn, songs and stuff. Like at the time I was playing and I wanted to learn how to like John Mayer's I Don't Trust Myself with Love and You. That if I play it. I really wanted to learn how to play that, and I just looked up a live video of him playing it and watched his hands and figured it out. You know, I'll loop that for a second. Remember looking up live videos of stuff and watching people's hands a lot, you know, but there's so many more resources now. Sorry, I don't have a hat on. I got my hair back, but that's why the hood's up. It's rainy day, right? It's a hood kind of day. All right, you guys, what is up? So many great comments already coming in. Saw your rig rundown. Hey, thanks, Mark. Do you guys enjoy that? You get to see my true rig rundown. Y'all set list change often or not at all? I'd say in between often and not at all. Or, you know, it's not often, but yes, it does. And we play different times of sets. Like if it's full headline, maybe I'm playing for 90 minutes. So there's a 90-minute version, a 75-minute version, a 60-minute version, a 45-minute version, and then a 30-minute version for acoustic stuff. So it does change, but Curtis, what new rig are you going to get? Bruh, Rodson, what's up? What's up, Tim? Danny, I'm a drummer. Been watching your videos for like a year, but before moving to Nashville, your advice has helped. Dude, that is so awesome to hear, Danny. Have you moved yet, man? Dude, awesome to hear. I'm glad you guys find this stuff interesting, man. I love doing it. And there's a lot more to come. The next day or two, I'm going to film another video. I just don't know what yet. Why don't you guys drop in the comments? Give me some potential topics to talk about, make a video on. I might do one about the middle pickup for the Strat. That's a video idea I had. I wanted to potentially do one about do you become a worse musician the more successful you are? You know, the guys always were joking with me, the Lanco guys. They were like, Tim, you know our career's going good when you start playing music a lot less. You know, and I was like, really? And it's like, yeah, it actually is a little bit of that. You've really got to stay on top of practicing, because what happens is we play shows, but then you start leveling up, and a lot of it is media things and going to these dinners, and there's so much more that's happening besides just actually playing music. And it is crazy where it is like, yeah, they're not wrong, you know. There's a lot of other stuff I have to do. If I was a side player, that wouldn't be the case, but being the artist, dude, once you start doing some stuff, like, there's a lot you have to do that's not music. So I really got to stay on top of, like, okay, I'm at home, I'm going to spend my time practicing. But on the toilet for a whole hour, that sounds like an intense morning, dude. Coolest band or artist I've played with? I mean, it's dumb to say Lanco, but you know, I love my band. Hey, we got a tip in the chat, though, real quick. Brett, dude, without even a comment. So shout out, Brett, the first tip of the day. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. Love from India. What's up, India? What time is it in India? I play with the ex-guitarist of Go Radio. That's dope. Is that a PRS? Yeah, you guys. Ethan, good to see you, too. Joe, good to see you. It is a PRS. This is a DGT. I love the new hollow body too. Like, I was playing on this a bunch, right? This is awesome. It's awesome. But I think the DGT is still my favorite, dude. There's something about this guitar. Maybe it's because I've broken it in more. I've played it a lot. It's all chipped up, and it's, you know, I've got dents and dings all over this thing. It's hard to see in the camera, but on the backs and sides, I really do. Yeah. This one got a big old chip out of it on the last headline tour. You see that there on the side? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Anyways. Yeah, we'll plug in some different guitars and stuff. I love this thing, man. Ethan, okay, everybody, let's see. Guess Who, American Woman? I don't know who it is. Can you play Back in Black? I haven't, dude, I don't know that I even can. I've covered that at some point. How's that even start? Wait. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know how to play it. Triads to Under the Wonderful Tonight. Okay, that one I know. What's the chords behind it? And so, you know what's interesting about Wonderful Tonight, right? It's basically where John Mayer, I think, got like Gravity. You know, it's out of that same box, same key. Now cleaner. I've got a little bit of drive on, but. Where's gravity's? Let me tune real quick. I bent something out of tune. These strings desperately need to be changed. They're just not holding the way I want them to. Yeah, that B strings. I gotta change these strings. Could do a live stream where I change the strings and just talk to y'all. Also, I just got to text Gary. If you're in here, dude, I'm sorry. I need to send you that video. If you're not in here, well, you won't hear me say that. But, Gary, I will send you that video after this. Sorry about that, brother. The videos on Zoom sometimes take like 20, 30 minutes to download, and then I get up, I go let the dog out, then I just forget about it. Close enough for rock and roll. Okay. Triads under the fingerboard. A screaming bend? A screaming bend? I don't know. I guess this would be like a screaming bend, like some type of... That's what I think of when you say that. Screaming says to me, turn on more drive. Ha! Okay, you guys. Oh, what's up, you guys? Danny? Snack, hey! Good to see you, Montreal. Danny? Just got to town, trying to find my first gig. Any tips for drummers? What makes you want to play with a drummer again? Okay, Danny. Sorry I'm so behind on the comments, you guys. Let me scroll down for a second. Okay, no. We're about at the bottom. Yeah. Good question, Danny. You know what? The biggest thing, and this isn't just for drummers, it's for anybody. And anybody will say this. Any pro musician downtown, anywhere, will say this. Just playing to the song, not overplaying. Drummer-wise, good time. Even if you do a click in your ears, you know? If no one else has to click, that's fine. You can do a click on your own if you want, but good time. The things that really would make me not want to play with a drummer again are bad startings and not consistent endings together, you know? Even if it's not like the record, if everybody's looking at each other being like, okay, here it comes and I'm gonna, you know, it's like eyes up, ears up type of thing. But then it's also, you know, just being tasteful. Add in those fills when it works. Play that different kind of beat when it works, but don't overuse it, you know? If you're going too crazy, people aren't gonna like it. And it can just make it hard to follow. You know, you're the anchor of the band. And drumming's hard. You know, guitar's hard in a way because, okay, like drumming, you don't really need to know the key or the chord progression. You just need to know the form. Whereas guitar, if we're going to play 5 o'clock somewhere and I don't know the intro riff, we're kind of fucked, right? You know? But drums, if you end the song's over. You know, I mean, like, or if you start it wrong or start on a different beat. So everyone, each instrument has their difficulties. So I'd really say it's just playing to the song, man. Playing simply stuff. The reason I can work down here and I'm not a shredder is because, you know what you spend as a guitar player most of your time doing is playing rhythm. I'm sitting going... Great question, though, man. Welcome to town, too. How important is using the amp? Almost always practice with electric as an acoustic. Charlie, check this out. I think practicing electric just unplugged is great, and you can do that most of the time, even late at night. I used to live in an apartment where I couldn't use an amp at night, and I stay up late. I love playing at 2 in the morning or something, and I'd play electric unplugged. And the great thing is, if you can make that sound good, If you can make it sound good, just, you know, especially single note stuff. If you can get good tone that way, that tone, that's building your tone for the fingers. It's translating to the amp. But I wouldn't never practice with the amp, because once you plug the amp into the equation, I say this all the time, this is only half the instrument. Right, guys? Once you've got an amp, and whether it's a sim, it doesn't matter if it's a real amp or not. But once you plug the extra set in, the amp sim, or your actual amp, this is only half of the instrument. You're playing that other thing just as much as you're playing this, even if it's not a real amp. So when you've got a normal amp, and that's what I'm mostly used to, but you know, you got to learn how that instrument works too, how it affects your tone, the settings on it and stuff, where you like it. There's going to be a different setting and vibe for bedroom stuff versus when you're playing live. Okay, now I need to cut through the mix with the band. Maybe my tone and EQ is changed up a little bit. So I think playing unplugged is awesome, and you can do it anywhere. It's not very loud is what I mean, right? And if that sounds good, if just going, you know, well, if just going, if you make that sound good, then when I turn on the amp, I'm gonna... Sorry, you guys. Hold on just a second. There we go. Sorry, I was getting a call. Right, when you turn on the amp, it's going to sound good. So, it goes both ways. I think practice unplug is awesome. I do a ton of it. But if you're going to... Even if you're not going to play live, I'd practice with your amp or amp sim, whatever you've got. Even if you're just plugged into your computer and you're using some type of sim on there, that's still, once you do that, this is only half the instrument. This amp is the other half of the instrument, you know? Play it right. I'm about to go. Okay, I don't know, perfect. Dave, good to see you, as always. I can play some Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, I got you. AJ, what's up, dude? Thanks for plugging that. If you guys are interested in guitar lessons, reach out. I got a couple emails I need to respond to. So if I haven't responded to you yet, I will today. Don't worry. Man, I love this guitar. Okay, so it's some Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let's do like this vibe. I'm gonna go. Okay, anyways. Hey, thanks for dropping that Venmo in there too. Yeah, right, some loose Lenny. Hey, I love it when I got people in here ask, what are you guys playing on at home? What instruments do you guys play? What brand? What's your go-to? What's your main? Obviously here I got a PRS DGT. And I love this guitar. It is a PRS, it's a DGT. And it's a DGT without the birds, right? I think the DGT is the only stock model that comes with the moons instead of the birds. And if you look close, they look like dots from far away. But when we get up close, see that? There are little crescent moons on each one. So they're actually called moon inlays, not dots. Fender Custom, nice. Moni, what type of Fender? My go-to is a Fender Jazzmaster. Okay, right on. I don't own a Jazzmaster. All right, let me see what guitars you guys are playing on. Yo, what's up, Kunal? Love playing Purple Rain, right on. You should try Esquire Bass 6. You know what? I used a Bass 6 on, I can't remember what song, is a background part. Instead of a baritone, I used it on one of the songs on the new Lanco record. I can't remember which song it was. I also have a PRS McCarty. McCartys are awesome, dude. What color is your McCarty? Love playing Purple Rain Run. Got a Fender Parts Caster done. Ventera 2 neck, American pickups and hardware. Heck yeah, Dave. What color is your guys' stuff too? I like hearing that. Love it. Sounds great with fuzz / distortion clean. I love Nirvana and Hendrix, so heck yeah. Heck yeah. OP and Obot. I don't know how to say your name. First was an Ibanez, Ibanez S series. Then stopped playing Picked up a used Squire Affinity a decade later, and now I have a Mexican Strat. Heck yeah. Good luck on the journey, Sneck. It's great to hear. Hey, Tim, I got a Gibson Les Paul Standard and a Charvel San Dimas. I don't know the San Dimas. A couple of my favorites. Sounds dope, though. Can you play English song? And art gallery could never be as unique as you. Interesting. Well, thank you. I don't know what English song is, though. I think that's a compliment. I don't really know what you're saying, but I'm a bass player and rhythm guitarist. I play a modded Squire Classic Vibe, dude. The Squire Classic Vibes are, no pun intended, a vibe. AJ, I have a Revolta Duo Cats tenor baritone on order. AJ, that is crazy, and I don't even know what that is. Sounds cool though. I don't know Revolta Duo Cat. I don't know what that is. Green Sparkle All Over Body. Heck yeah, Dave. Favorite riff to play? Honestly, the stuff I was just playing. I do that stuff too much. All that. There's so much, dude. Honestly, this. Or like a more bluesy version of. Him and his amazing denos. RJ is awesome, dude. You sound like John Mayer. I'll tell you what, that's probably the biggest compliment. Spent too much time learning all that stuff. How about a... He plays and sings that at the same time. I can't play and sing Wagon Wheel, let alone that. But play like BB King, dude. That's it. I meant to go. Oh, let's see. So, where am I? There it is. Okay, killing it. Who are your influences? Hey, thanks, man. Honestly, John Mayer, Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Even though I don't really do the shreddy Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff, but that kind of Lenny thing, so that. If I could play, Jesus. Those types of things. Then once I got to town, when I moved to Nashville, lots of Guthrie Trap stuff from, Guthrie Trap, I learned a lot of just like some actual licks and stuff, but then also like how to view the fretboard the right way, and I worked with Guthrie for a little while when I moved to town. And I remember he was straight up like, dude, you don't know your chord shapes. You don't know your chord shapes. You got to learn your chord shapes, So that opened up being like, okay, I know my E's here, and I knew this E, and I could play this E-shaped D, but all the other ones, I couldn't just go E to E to E to E to E through all the cage shapes, right? And then all I'm playing is just connecting the pentatonic and the major scale throughout each of those cage shapes. So if I'm down here, I've got with some blues notes, right? If I go up to this D shape, I got right. Go up to this C shape. Go up to the A shape. I'm just playing through E major here. G shape. Got a lot of that quick hammer on pull off slidey stuff from Guthrie too. That. So from Guthrie, I learned a lot more how to look at the fretboard. I filled in that knowledge I was missing, and then it starts working on, see how I was just playing single note lines, but you heard when I went to that 5 chord. Then I went, and I'm on the 4 chord, I'm on A. I targeted the 4, right? And then, I can't remember what I did afterward that. Oh, I went down to the 1, so I go. And then I added in some blues notes. So I'm thinking minor third, major third right there, low bend, natural 6 to flat 7. And I walked up to the 5 chord, something like that. So Guthrie, I learned a lot, literally some lick wise, you know. But then also like this, here's a lick I stole straight from Guthrie. If we're in the key of G, that's a great lick. Thinking out of C shape in G. It's a fun little chromatic. You can walk it down too. It's a fun thing. What else have I stolen from Guthrie? A bunch of stuff. Major 7 lick, a whole step below your dominant chord. So if we're playing G dominant, get kind of that flavor. Kind of a so anyways, lots of that. Josh Smith, Matt Schofield, you know, all of these kind of blues licks where I'm going. That I stole straight from Matt Schofield. I use that all the time. Anyways, all kinds of stuff, dude. You want me to sing some blues again? I'm not much of a singer, but out here playing. I can play slow dancing. ACBC. It is a PRS, Jonathan. It is a... What's up, you guys? Who's that? Kunal, hello. Brother, what's up? This is a PRS DGT, dude. DGT. Yeah. Playing a bunch on the middle pickup with some drive, dude. I really like it. In fact, I've got the ODR1 on right now, but I really like this clon with it. Hey, thanks, you guys. Yep, BB, Albert, and Freddie. Can I show my rings on the camera? Okay, sure. Both of these are the only real pieces of turquoise I own, and this has a piece of coral in it. This is passed down through family. My mom's side of the family is all Native American. My grandma and her side of the family, Native American, grew up in Montana on the reservation. On, I don't know what it is. The tribe that we're a part of is called the Turtle Mountain Chippewa. But either way, this one I bought, it's just a band of light turquoise, right? This one was passed down through family, and it's that turquoise stone with coral on it. And then there's both silver, obviously. Turquoise is just getting expensive. I'm in Nashville. I don't know, Back in Black. I'm playing a tube amp, Mayday. I'm playing through a Sir Bella Reverb. And I'm not going to lie, it's a damn good amp. It's the best amp I own. Teach you how to hold a pick? Sure, Kenny, I'll teach you. I can do Tennessee whiskey too. Okay. Here's the thing. Holding a pick, I would not have... Sometimes when I start with beginners, they're holding it like all the way down here. You want not that much space. Now, here's the caveat. I don't hold... This is your pick, right? I don't use this part. I'm using the shoulder. So, do you want to copy me? Maybe not. I use the shoulder to pick it. I do not use the point to pick it. Everything you're hearing me doing is the shoulder. And I'm holding it, let's see. So if I'm... I do a lot of hybrid picking too, and a lot of just with these fingers. I like it. Someone asked earlier for a... Used to spend my nights out in the bar. I'm not a singer, man. Liquor was the only love I'd ever known. No, probably too high for me. But then you came. Where's the phrasing for it? And then you came, rescued me from the bottle, and brought me back from being too far gone. There it is. 'Cause you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. It's Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. And you're as warm. You know, I'm not a singer, man. I'm not a singer, but there we go. Right? I ain't afraid to fail in front of you guys. Everybody does it. So do I play other instruments? I always say I only get paid to play guitar. I can play some really shitty mandolin. I can play bass like a guitar player. That's about it. Okay, do you feel like there's a balance between learning deeper concepts and just playing off feeling when playing? I feel like some guitarists lose their creativity once they really dive in deeper. So, check this out. This is, and I struggle with the same thing. I'm thinking about these things and trying to get better. So, who was it? I think it was, is it Charlie Parker that said this? Maybe, like, you learn all that shit so you can go out and forget it and just play. You know? Those concepts, you know, a lot of this stuff you got to learn. And the goal is then to make it second nature, where you're not thinking about it anymore and you're just playing. But if you don't learn some of that stuff, then you're just blocking yourself out of access to, you know, even basic theory, you know. If I'm playing whatever, if I just pick the key of A and I want to do something before besides a 1, 4, 5, you know, maybe I say I could go to A. Anyways, when you're riffing, it's easier to be like, okay, I have some basic theory knowledge. I can use that. At first I was going 1, this 2, 11 kind of thing, 3 to 4. First time I did this little sus thing, then I decided to go 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. I mean, you know, it's just... So I think the idea is that you learn it and then kind of forget it. I think that's the idea. Hey, little guy. Got the dog in here. What are you doing? Re-napping? I'll say hi to the stream. Everybody. There we go. Get Stetson to play some guitar. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is Stetson, a little Italian greyhound. Stetson has an Instagram. If you look up his Instagram, Stetson the Iggy. I don't run it, but there is lots of cute videos if you want to follow. Stetson the Iggy, IGGY. This is such a sweet dog, I'll tell you what. These dogs are sweet. Okay, let me answer some more questions while this dog tries to lean on my face. Here, sit down. Yep, yeah, I know. This is when you ever wonder what owning a dog like this is like. These little dogs just want to hang out with you. They're great too. He is a fast little cat. That's my athlete. Okay. I don't know Tufani. Can it also be done in acoustic guitar? Probably. Know any Steven Stills? I don't off the top of my head, and I'm sorry for that. Gorgeous guitar. Hey, thanks. Stetson, yeah, there he is. You got a voice, you just have to learn the songs. Snack, you're always so nice. Probably don't help that I have a Zen in too. But, yeah. What other songs can I kind of sing? I mean, kind of sing. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to play. That might be too high. There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. A song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. And it's our dreams, they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs, some sepia tone loving. Ha. What else? Oh, there used to be that John Mayer song. It's actually Eric Clapton, but John Mayer did it. It. Who knows? Okay. Let's see. Stetson reminds me of a baby deer. A lot of people say that. He is like a tiny deer. He's full grown. He might gain like a pound or like get thicker a little bit, but his height is there. You missed the fretboard case. No easy triad. Kunal, what do you mean by that? Magnolia, there it is. Yeah, if only I knew how to like actually sing it. Whippoorwill singing, a soft summer breeze makes me think of my baby. I left down in New Orleans. I left down New Orleans. Yeah, that's right. That was on that J.J. Cale like tribute thing that Eric Clapton did, right? So it is a J.J. Cale song. You're right. And the first time I heard it was that Eric Clapton and John Mayer version, and then I figured out, oh, it's a J.J. Cale song. Yeah. Okay. the hollow body for a second. So I'll tell you what, you guys. I had the hollow body, my tech set the action up really low, and I liked it, but it was like a little too low. So I went back and I was like, let's raise it some. And he raised it some, and I was like, let's go just a little bit more. That was my problem. I shouldn't have said let's go just a little bit more, because now it's just a little higher than I wanted. I got to take it back to Sean, my tech, and get it back to where I want it. But let's switch it up. Check this out. This is a Hollow Body 2 Piezo. Love this guitar, man. This is the lightest. I don't think an electric guitar can get lighter than it. It's completely hollow except for a block right under this bridge. Check out the back, dude. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know any Billie Eilish. Let me tune her up real quick. Even with a little bit higher action, this is still such a good guitar, man. It has made it easier to play slide, I will say that. And it rings really well acoustic. This is such an awesome instrument to play unplugged. It seriously is, man. Playing this unplugged is just... All these guitars need new strings, dude. I'm slacking on the strings. These strings just desperately need to be changed. That's the main problem right there. Yeah. Yo, Rick, what's up? Great catching live. Singing is getting better. Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Thanks for the tip, dude. 10 bucks in the chat, dude. You are the man. Great to see you as always. Thank you for the tip. We got a couple tips in today, dude. I appreciate that tip, you guys. You don't have to tip. Don't have to tip. I like coming on here and just doing this, but I do appreciate it. And it makes it, you know, just a couple tips, dude, to make it sitting down and doing it worth it, you know? It's a cool guitar, huh? This thing will rock, too, if I turn up that... Let's get a different flavor. in. You guys are the bomb. Hey, Mayday, keep rocking, bro, dude. Keep rocking yourself. Thank you so much for the tip of the chat. Jen Ecstatic, respect the grind, mate. Hi from England. Mate, I love no one here says mate, obviously. That's great. Should say it more. I respect it, mate. Isn't that crazy? Just saying mate, I instantly sounded for a second like I'm English. Jen Exact is like, I wish I could retract my tip. Huh. Hey, thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it, dude. I love coming on here and jamming, man. Ah, these strings, dude. I gotta. You know what I need to spend this rainy day doing? Is it still raining? Hey, it's actually a break in the rain. It looks pretty nice now. These strings are all just so dead. So dead. Really need to keep rocking, mate. Hey, dude, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys just even being in here and hanging out. And, you know, don't have to tip, asking a question or dropping a comment. That's just as good. I really appreciate the tips, though, man. I mean, you know, who wouldn't, right? Play some blues stuff for a minute. Absolutely, Randall. Play some blues, dude. A request I can do. Let me get this coffee. I don't even think I know how to play Smoke on the Water, bro. I'm sorry. Ha! Some little random jamming, huh? Hello. Hey, thanks, dude. Damn. Literally love the guitar. Hey, thanks. Thanks, you guys. This is a PRS Hollow Body 2 Piezo. It's a Piezo one. This is my newest guitar. It's new to me. It's from 2019, but it was almost not used at all before. Really cool instrument, dude. Check this out. You guys want to hear some of it with the Piezo? Let's have some fun with this for a second. So here's both pickups, just electric, right? piezo with it. Here's no piezo. Here's only piezo. Couple switches I got. And go from that to this. Ha! Really cool guitar, man. Really, really cool guitar. Tons of versatility. Hey, thanks, you guys. I play a John Mayer song. What scale do I use for blues? Well, for the blues, I'm thinking major, minor, pentatonic, depending. And then I'm following the chord changes. So when it goes to that 4 chord, I'm really trying to, if I'm in the key of E, and we're just doing that. Your first key is, when you first learn it, you're going to learn E minor pentatonic. You're going to be going, right? That. But when you're playing over that change, the chord we're playing over is an E dominant 7, right? So we're playing over this. Now that means you can mix major and minor pentatonic, because when you're just playing the minor pentatonic, you're doing that. Now you don't want to forget that stuff, that's important. You don't want to forget it, but you know, it instantly makes me sound more bluesy, a little more sophisticated if I start mixing that major and minor pentatonic. Maybe I hit a line like. So there, I'm thinking E major pentatonic and E minor combined. And then when you mix them, mixing the two there. Mixing major and minor pentatonic. Hey, thanks, you guys. Hey, thanks, Oscar. Thanks for the subs, too, you guys. You could play that. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Is it in Russian? I'm only 10, but I can play Smoke on the Water. Dude, if you're only 10 and you're already playing, you will be able to play that. I'm 31. I've been playing for 16 years. So you will be able to play that. You just got to keep playing. It takes a lot of work. I didn't even start playing until I was 15, man. I'm playing 16 years. So if you're only 10 and you can play Smoke on the Water, you're on your way, bud. You're on your way. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know Sweet Child of Mine, you guys. Really cool guitar, man. I like it. Really cool guitar. How much did it cost? Well, the guitar's very expensive. Now, I'll say this. I'm a PRS artist, so I work with PRS. I've been an artist for maybe a year and a half. Maybe coming up on almost 2 years, actually. I don't know. But, so that I've got multiple PRS guitars. Now, I paid money for this guitar, but it's technically was used. It was very, very lightly used. I mean, you'd never even know it was used, except for the fact that it says 2019 on the back of the headstock. But it was in the PRS like artist showcase room here in Nashville. So I won't say what I paid for it. I didn't pay full price. But full price wise, this is the most expensive thing I own besides my car. Literally. So they're very expensive. Full price for a non-10 top, which this is not a 10 top, you're looking at about like $6,500. For a 10 top, it's going up to 75 to 8. Very expensive instrument. I'm very fortunate and lucky to own one. I did not pay that for it. And I use it. It's a tool. That piezo stuff I'm using on the road, you know, I've worked my way for 16 years to play instruments like this, you know, and own them. I honestly never thought I would. And I'll be honest, you know, if I was buying this outright, brand new, wouldn't be able to afford it. Now, used, you could look at one of these for maybe like the 45 range. Still a ton of money. Don't get me wrong. It's still a lot of money on a guitar. But I'd recommend buying used, man, in general, you know. And let's be honest, this is just, I do it for a living. I work with PRS. I've built my way up to own instruments like this. And I have this one not just because I was like, oh, that's pretty, but it's specifically because of this piezo function, right? I got 2 outputs live. I'm running the piezo straight to front of house like an acoustic guitar, and I run the electric output at the same time. And I can switch between the two or blend both of them. In my band, there's a lot of music that starts with an acoustic intro that I played on the record, and then I'm doing electric stuff throughout the songs. It's really great to have both functionality. So I'm using this for a core reason, and I got this not just because it's like pretty and I want a hollow body. Now, I did want a hollow body, but I had a great excuse of being like, I can actually use the functionality of this instrument a lot live. So, you know, let's be honest, it's not going to make sense for most people, you know. But I'm very grateful and happy to own this instrument, man. I love it. Look here, let's do the piezo again. Hey, I appreciate you posting the Venmo. Yes, if you want to send a tip, I appreciate it, you guys. I always do. I appreciate everybody that's tipped in it so far. Nice skills, my man. Hey, thanks, you guys. Everybody's in here being so great today. What a great hang in here. Double OG, thanks, dude. Ren, thanks. I understand some major and minor should be mixed. By the way, I subbed. Hey, thanks for the sub, too, you guys. The subs mean a lot, man. If you're enjoying this and like the content, I've got a bunch of videos up, more coming. I'm going to post another one this week. Life, I just kind of, I do some teaching stuff, but also a lot of like just what life's like in Nashville, playing guitar for a living, vlogging with my band, going out on the road. We just went to a country music award show called the ACM Awards. I did a vlog for that, take you guys kind of behind the scenes, some interview stuff, some red carpet stuff, going to the actual awards. You know, so I do a bunch of stuff on the channel, all kinds of stuff. Here I am, just started around Tim's current age. Rob, it's okay, man. It's okay. You could start it. You could be 60 and be starting. Thanks for the sub, Sarah. Who's your favorite blues guitar player? Honestly, I've got a ton, but the OG one that started it for me is John Mayer, man. You want some check out that John Mayer the trio album. If you only know John Mayer as like your body is a wonderland kind of guy. I mean, you know, now I feel like when I started playing, people like only, it's like when I felt like when I discovered John Mayer was as great of a guitar player he was, it was still like, if I told people I listened to John Mayer, they were like, oh, like your body is a wonderland, right? That was the vibe. We got the afternoon, and you got this room for two. But there's so much other stuff, dude. I mean, right? Throw on that Try album and listen to freaking... Oh, whoops, I'm still on the Piezo. I was like, that sounds kind of weird. What's it go to? Anyways, John Mayer's a killer guitar player, but other people I love, Matt Schofield, Josh Smith, Joe Bonamassa, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jack Ruck, I don't know how to say his name. All great people. All great blues players. And then classics too, Eric Clapton, B.B. King. Yeah. Jordan, dude, great question. Can you provide an example on how to use the G shape in the cage system? Yes. Sure, give me some names, Scott. All of them are named except for this. He said Gray Ghost. Okay, that's cool, dude. Piezo sounds great. Hey, thanks, Dan. Dude, Dan, good to see you, bro. It's been a while, man. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, Jordan, G shape, dude. G shape, I think this is what's funny, is G shape, you can be like, how do I use that? But you actually already know G shape, dude. This is, I try to make this relationship early with my students when we're learning this stuff. As we're going through the shapes, normally I stop at G shape to do this. So let's do it in the key of, let's do C. So the full G shape in the cage system, right, would be like this thing. You're never gonna play that. It's good to visualize. There's no world I've ever and ever will play that entire shape. It's just not a thing. So you can break it down to this. And omit that high E string. You omit that. And a lot of times I even take my pinky off. And now my major third's the root there. That's that classic Hendrix move going. Right? So here, I'm up in G shape. I'm in the key of C. Here's what's crazy. So this takes a little bit of relative major and minor, okay? But A minor is the relative minor to C major. So we're playing a C major right here, right? Now what's the first pentatonic? you learn minor pentatonic, A minor. Almost every time, right? You're going. Right? So, we're playing C at a G shape. We're playing C. Now, C is the relative major of A minor. Now, what that means is if I play my A minor pentatonic, same shape, so we're going A to A, right? A's our root when we play that, okay? Just follow with me for a second. Root, root. A minor. Now to play relative major, that turns into C major pentatonic if we play the same shape. I'm not going to move my hand, but instead of playing A to A like we did, right? We went. That's A minor pentatonic. We're going to play the same shape, but we're going to play C to C. So instead of starting your pointer finger, you start on your pinky and you go. Same exact notes, same exact shape. You're just changing your emphasis. And this turns it into C major. And that is the pentatonic shape that matches with this G shape. So if you know that minor pentatonic, all you have to do is start switching your emphasis, because we're not playing out of A minor here, we're playing out of C major. You're just going to change your emphasis from that A note over to your C note. So instead of going, same shape, but we're going to start on our pinky and we're going to go all the way up to the next C. See? So I'm playing C major there. Same exact notes. Here's A minor. Here's C major. So if we're using the G shape, and I want to solo out of that shape, I can come up and... Added some blues licks in there at the end. But here's the thing. If you know your 5 pentatonic shapes, and let's say you learn from A minor, so you've got... Then you go up to the next shape. It's the same for all the shapes. So you actually already know all your major pentatonic shapes too. We're just changing the emphasis. So when I'm in the second shape, this note... I'm in A minor. Now if I play that same shape but I emphasize the C note instead, I'm going... Right, back to A minor. A minor, let's do C major. So there's a way to employ the G shape in the scale with it. And the real key is you're just going through each of the shapes and figuring out what of those. There's 5 pentatonic shapes and there's 5 cage shapes. There's also 5 major scale shapes or minor scale shapes, right? But you really only, you just have to learn one of them and you're just changing the emphasis. Now it changes the key when it's minor. Here we're playing A minor. When we're doing major, out of the same shape, it's C major, right? So that's learn about your relative major and minor. It's important stuff. I mean, it's not that hard. But your relative minor is the 6th scale degree. So if I play C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, look where I landed. That A. That's our relative minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. start with the pentatonics. Because then when I come up here, and now I'm playing C and E shape. You know what the second position of the pentatonic you normally learn? Is that freaking... But since we're playing C major, same thing. Our root is the C's. You know, so it's same thing, but I'm going... Made my way up to C shape of C, an octave up. Anyways, I know I'm just ranting for a second, but you guys, I'm telling you, getting that knowledge in and starting to work on it and think about things that way will be by far and away, if you're at the point where you're ready to start learning that, the biggest and most drastic change in your playing. Everything you're hearing me play, every bit of everything is rooted out of that knowledge, and I just know it really well, so I can do it without thinking so hard about it. But I'm playing out of those shapes, man. That's why it sounds like C major, you know? Going... Just working my way through the shapes. See, I'm playing it C the whole time. I'm never lost because I know those 5 shapes, and I'm just working up the shapes and down the shapes. Anyways, really long sidetrack on a lesson there, but I'm telling you guys, it just takes some practice. If you focused on thinking about that for a year, you'd be at least double the guitar player you are a year from now. All day long, dude. That's just how it goes. If you want to go to that next level, that's just something you got to know, but yeah. John Mayer's the link to the 70. That's a great way of thinking about it, Mike. Slow Hand Jr., yeah. I'm in Nashville, Canal. Recently watched a Mayer documentary. Your Body Was a Leonard. It was one of those songs he didn't really like, but ended up blowing up. Yeah, Rob, I've seen that. I've seen, maybe not the same documentary, but I've seen the same comments from him. Jordan, dude, I hope that helps, man. I hope that helps. That's awesome to hear, bro. I'm glad you maybe found that helpful. It's so true, dude. You already know it. It's just now through your 5K shapes, just connect those, right? You know? If we're in C major, here's our normal C. Now here's A shape. If I'm gonna play C major pentatonic, I'm just... You know, and then the next step is just turning it into the full major scale. Just adding the 2 notes you're missing, where then it's... Alright, if I wanted to play A minor, I'm playing the same shape. I'm just starting from A in the full A minor scale, right? If I play it right, though, because we're here, so... If I play it right, damn. Anyways, okay, you guys. I don't know any Lamb of God. I do not use WhatsApp. Did I go to music school? No, I went to school to be a software developer, actually, for computer science. But I learned all this stuff on my own, man. Modes, it's another simple thing, you know. I hate teaching it or really talking about it because honestly, it's not really the way you should be thinking. For the type of music that most of the stuff play, I guess if you're playing some crazy jazz shit or like some really heavy metal shit, then yeah, I guess you're like really thinking mode wise. But man, I technically when I do this, am I playing out of the Mixolydian mode? Yeah. I'm not thinking about that. If you know your major scale, you know all the diatonic modes. If you know your major scale, you know every mode. Now, how does that work? Let's go to A major, right? Let's go up 2 octaves. So A, you got to learn the pattern of the modes. This is how you do it, right? So this pattern of the modes. So A major, the fancy word for that is A Ionian. The Ionian mode is the major scale. Playing out of Ionian mode right now. Anytime I do even just... that's Ionian mode. It just means major scale. I'm working out of this E-shaped A chord. So, what are the modes? So there's a pattern for them. In each mode is assigned to a scale degree. So 1 is Ionian, and this is something you just have to sit and write out and then memorize. That's what it comes down to. This is something you just have to memorize. 1 is Ionian, 2 is Dorian, 3 is Phrygian, 4 is Lydian, 5 is Mixolydian, 6 is Aeolian, just the minor scale. That's a fancy word for the minor scale. 7 is Lydian. 7 is Locrian, and we're back to 1. So what does that mean? That means if I play my A major scale, A to A, I'm playing in A Ionian. Now, if I don't change my scale shape, I don't change the pattern, let's go up a whole octave. Up 2 octaves, sorry. Okay, A to A, I went A to A. It's Ionian. Now, the second, if we go from 2, the second scale degree, to, if I play it right, the second scale degree, we don't change the pattern. That is Dorian. Now, it's not A Dorian. They're the second B Dorian. Okay? B Dorian is the Dorian mode of A major, right? Because it's built off our second scale degree, and all you do is play your same A major shape. A to A there. My focus is A on the root. Now, same shape, but our root's going to be B. Our root's going to be B. That's going to turn it into B Dorian. So here's B Dorian. Okay, so what's 3? Then we start on the third. We go 3 to 3. 3 is Phrygian. So in the key of C, it's D flat, Phrygian. Then we're just going. So if for some reason we were playing in D flat Phrygian, that would probably mean the chord progression starting on the third of A, because Phrygian's the third, right? It's a minor mode. So it probably means our blank key's A, even if A's never hit. We're going. We're doing a. See, that's freaking. It's weird, you know. Yeah. So 3 Phrygian. Now 4. Our 4 chord. 4 chord in the key of A is a D. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we play it, D to D, D to D, but don't change our shape. That's the key here. Is you're still playing this A major shape. You're just changing your emphasis note. Now we go. D Lydian. Okay, the 5, here we go, Mixolydian. Right now we're playing E Mixolydian. So 6, F, we're playing F sharp minor, so I'm just going. That's Aeolian mode. And then the last one, the scary one, Locrian. Doesn't even matter, because we're playing the same scale shape. I don't even have to think anything special. Here, in this case, it's A flat Locrian. Have I ever like employed that in a performance? No, I'm never thinking about that. Never. And I would argue that if you're spending too much time thinking about that, it's just gonna make you a worse guitar player. It's good to know. It's good to know, but those hard rules and stuff, that the mode stuff for all the types of music I play, you know, Mixolydian vibes, sometimes Dorian vibes, sometimes you're done. So a Dorian vibe would be it. Okay, we went way into teaching mode today, you guys, but there's some answers for you. Hey, thanks, man. You're so pro. I'm not gonna play guitar like ever, but keep watching. Hey, if you play guitar, you should play guitar. All right, you guys, I've been on here forever, and I'd love to stay, but I gotta let the dog out. Go take care of him. Thanks. I'm glad you like the PRS. This is a PRS hollow body 2 Piezo. It's a hollow body 2 Piezo. All right, you guys. Great stream today. I can't thank you guys enough for the tips and stuff. I really appreciate that, dude. I really appreciate it. Killer stream. I loved answering those questions. I hope you guys got something out of that little teaching segment, man. Don't overthink it. Keep playing. Keep practicing. You get out what you put into this thing. That's just how it goes. That's just the nature of the beast. So, hey, I love you guys. Thanks for all the hanging. Thanks for the questions, comments, the tips. If you're interested in lessons, you can email timavenmusic@gmail.com. Same as my YouTube username, @gmail.com. I do online lessons all day long. We do them over Zoom. I'm happy to talk about any of these concepts more if you'd like. So if you're interested in that, reach out for some info and we'll get it set up. All right, you guys, until next time, peace.